What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about what is the worst biscuit of all time. So today I want to take a look at this Reddit discussion where somebody asked, what is the worst biscuit of all time? Should it be banished to the bin for the rest of time? My goodness. Well, as an American, I have a very limited understanding of British biscuits. I have learned a little bit about them in the past. So today, I thought it'd be fun to hear about biscuits that Brits absolutely hate. So let's take a look at some of the top comments here, starting with Oreos are sad. What? What now? This is not what I expected to see. I have to be honest, because Oreos exist in America. Oreos exist. If it exists in America, that means it's real, right? Well, Oreos are a biscuit, or what we would call a cookie, that exists in America as well, and it's very, very popular, like one of the most popular. So what? Oreos are sad, bitter little circles of, I wish I had a bourbon instead, disappointment. What? Oreo? Oreo cookies. You're saying these are little disappointing circles? I'm absolutely shocked by this. This got like the most upvotes in this whole discussion. That people don't like Oreos? Oh my gosh, I think in America it is one of the most popular like biscuits, cookies. Like without a doubt. Is our taste just like terrible? Our palate just like that bad? Oreos are getting some flack here. Anyone else think they're nice? Yes, I do. What? I just can't believe this is the number one comment. Oreos, well, and it's extra interesting for me because I know Oreos. Well, I've learned that like chocolate is very different between in the UK versus the US. So I wonder if Oreos taste different in the UK. Huh. Anyway, I bet they do, actually. Let's keep going here. Rich tea? It's utter rubbish. No flavor, no sweetness. Rich tea. Okay, so here, this is more of what I expected. This is something I've never heard of before. Maybe I can look this up. Rich tea? Oh yeah, sure enough. This is a biscuit. Let me make this a little bigger here. What is this? It is a type of sweet biscuit. Okay, they were originally called tea biscuits. Developed in the 19th century Yorkshire, England for the upper class as a light snack. Maybe I'll do it some justice and look at some of the images. This looks like the most standard, plain, average biscuit of all time. If you wanted to like call somebody like plain, not extraordinary, you could just be like, you are such a rich tea. That's what you are. It even says here, no flavor, no sweetness. It disintegrates upon contact with the surface of the tea. So biscuits, is this something that you typically pair with tea? Like if you're having a nice tea time, you have a biscuit. This one even has tea in the name, like it's meant for pairing with tea. Once eaten, it just leaves a dry, caked layer of sadness on the roof of your mouth. Oh my god. Utterly pointless. This is more what I expected to see. Not the Oreos. Leave the Oreos out of this, please. I still can't believe that. Rich tea. Never heard of it. Apparently, it's one of the worst. I can see why this one is so highly upvoted as being one of the worst biscuits of all time. This has nothing to it. It's like so nothing, so Average. Okay. Uh, Dry, rich teas are basically hard tack, but if you time the tea dunking just right, they're pretty nice. You have to get your tea dunking schedule just perfect to make them any good. That's never a good sign. Um, Garibaldi, Garibaldi, Garibaldi. It's like plasterboard with currants. It's too dry, sticks in your teeth, needs a tea to help it down. Never heard of this. Garibaldi? Oh, this was a person. Can I look up biscuit? There we go. Oh, it's a rectangle. That's fun. I didn't know they could be rectangles. The Garibaldi biscuit consists of currants. What currants? Currants. I've learned about this before. This is some kind of British fruit or berry or flavor. I've heard it like black currants. This doesn't exist in America, so bear with me. Currants. Um, I've learned. I'm supposed to know this. I've learned of this. You can see it in the biscuit as well. Okay. It's currants that are squashed and sandwiched between two thin biscuit doughs before baking. Huh, this has a little bit more to it for it to be despised so. Interesting. Huh, Garibaldi biscuit, yeah. It's got currant. This would be interesting to me as an American. I've never had currant flavor or any like biscuit like this. Or I've had Oreos. I have plenty of Oreos. Apparently, that is just blasphemy in the UK. That's okay. We all have our tastes. Garibaldi. I'm surprised a little bit. People don't like this. This is one of the worst. Heathen! Garibaldis are the best. Oh, a little controversy here. I know them as squashed fly biscuits. Huh. More like dead fly biscuits. Nah, you can't beat a nice Garibaldi. I'm hearing a lot of conflicting reports in this discussion. The jury's out on Garibaldi biscuits. Party rings. Barfing emoji. Party rings with a name like Party Rings. Do I have to type biscuit after this? Yep. Biscuit. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Now, this is what is a party ring? Here we go. It is a alarmingly, why is Google even giving their opinion on this? It is an almost alarmingly multicolored party ring biscuit, or a fox's party rings, as they're labeled. It's essentially an iced shortcake biscuit formed into a ring. You could probably put it on your fingers. That's fun. Does that give it any bonus points? Each packet contains several different colored biscuits. I mean, is it bad that I think this is one of the better looking biscuits? Because it has colors and icing? Is that just my primitive American mind? My primitive American taste palette being like, this looks like it has sugar and icing. That looks good. Yeah, funny enough, this looks the most like a cookie you would find in America. Party rings are bad? It looks okay. This is a great shout. They have zero flavor, and they just shatter into shards. They promise so much and deliver nothing. Maybe that's what it is. Because if I cracked open a bag of party rings, I'd have my hopes up. I'd be like, oh, these look kind of good. And then if they didn't deliver, I'd be extra upset. At least with the tea, what are they called? At least with the rich teas, I don't have my expectations set so high. With the party rings, you're like, I'm ready to party. Let's crack these open. Then you're disappointed. Okay. Oreo. Charcoal bricks with plaster in the middle. I truly don't understand this one. Are the Oreos in the UK different than the Oreos in America? Or do we just have a different, like, taste in America? I'm sure that's true. Like with all the crazy stuff that's in our food, the weird sugars and corn syrup and preservatives and dyes that aren't even legal in the UK. I bet our Oreos are like filled with weird drugs that get us addicted because we love Oreos. Charcoal bricks with plaster in the middle. This is so funny to me because this would never be something you hear in America. Like, I'm not even joking. You'd never hear somebody in America be like, what's the worst biscuit or cookie, as we would say? Oreos. Everyone would be like, what? Everyone likes Oreos. That's why it's a little shocking to me. A little niche, but iced gems. More of this iced stuff. Iced gems. I have to type in biscuits because my Google is American Google, apparently. Jacob's iced gems? Can you get iced gems in America? You can get them online. Do they still... Can I look at the images a little bit? Oh! Huh! These look kind of fun. These... something about them does look a little artificial. Like, they're very pleasing to the eye. But it almost makes me a little bit skeptical now. In a weird way. It's a little squirt of icing on a very, very, very tiny biscuit. It looks kind of fun. Like this image here. Can I open this up? Yeah. This image here makes me a little nervous. Because it just looks so... Something about this doesn't look right. like it looks hard. If you're far away, it looks okay. I'm skeptical of the iced gems. What do people think about this? Childhood memory unlocked. Could they have made them any drier? That's what it is. It looks dry. Where it should be like, if it was fresh and the icing was like, I don't know, not so dry looking, like almost solid, that would look like a cool little treat. But they're basically cardboard topped with a turd. Even as a kid with a sweet tooth, I thought they were gross. So this is so funny. Looking at all the, like, yeah, because I've never even seen or heard of these biscuits, except for Oreos. Well, we've been over that. So this is kind of fun for me. I can see where that one would, that looks bad somehow. A soggy one. A soggy biscuit is the worst biscuit of all time. How is it soggy? Like putting it in tea? You beat me to it. I don't understand. Why would a biscuit be soggy right out of the package? But it sounds like, do you dunk them in tea? Is that part of it? Or then you're trying to get it soggy on purpose. Am I missing something here? Maybe. What is this? Nice. What is this? Is there a biscuit that just says nice on it? Bloody awful things. I'd rather not have a biscuit at all than eat one of those. A nice biscuit? Anyone out there know what this is? This guy doesn't like nice biscuits. Is this a real thing? This again looks like a very, very run-of-the-mill plain biscuit. Yeah. Yeah. But maybe that's a good thing. When you're dunking it in your tea, do you really want it to have that much flavor? Or I'm a little confused on what you're looking for. If you're British and you're having tea and you're looking for a nice biscuit, I'm not exactly sure what exactly you're looking for out of that biscuit. Or are we talking about if you just want a biscuit in the middle of the day, not with tea, just a biscuit? In which case you would want the biscuit to have flavor. You can really run a little bit deep, get lost down this biscuit rabbit hole. Pink wafers? I could eat a whole packet of those. Pink wafers, okay? Pink wafers, biscuits, here we go. This looks like something you could get in America. We have chocolate and vanilla wafers. Is it Pink Panther biscuits? I've never seen a pink wafer, sorry. Pink wafer. We have chocolate and vanilla wafers. This is considered a biscuit? The chocolate and vanilla ones are good. Not that popular in America. I've never even really thought about them before. Bourbons are chocolate biscuits from when people couldn't afford actual chocolate biscuits. Bourbons? Oh, yeah, here we go. Bourbon biscuit. Not a drink, but a biscuit. The bourbon is a sandwich biscuit consisting of two thin, rectangular, dark chocolate flavored biscuits with a chocolate buttercream filling. This looks like something Americans actually might like. It could be a bit of a chocolate overload. I've never seen this before. This is chocolate and chocolate with more chocolate in the middle. But what did they say in the description here? They're like, this is chocolate for people who can't afford chocolate biscuits. It's not like they taste bad. They just taste almost nout, and you'd rather have a penguin. What is a penguin? I don't think custard creams are in the same boat. Because there's nothing I know of specifically like a custard cream 2.0, which is basically what the penguin is to a bourbon. What? This is... We're getting deep in the biscuit lore here. Okay. Well, the bourbon looks okay to me. Maybe even too much chocolate. I'd like to try that one. That looks like a real treat, actually. That's the most tasty looking biscuit today, I would say. Don't you talk smack about my bourbons. Like most Englishmen, I regard the 11 o'clock and 4 o'clock cuppa as a solemn sacred ritual. If you'd want to sully it with great frisbees of over-sugared, what is this, a poem? Overbaked half-bricks soaked in chocolate, you're the sort who wears a tracksuit bottoms in Waitrose and doesn't understand the rules of cricket. This feels like a personal attack at this point. This is why the rich tea is the perfect accompaniment. The rich tea is good? Nah, I'm getting some really mixed results on the rich tea. That was way up there at the beginning, saying this was one of the worst. It really just sounds... This person is arguing what you want is something plain. In which case you want the rich tea. I can see why you don't fit in Bromley. I don't know. I do not understand half of these British references. But obviously, this is a discussion of personal taste. So some people are going to disagree with the rich tea. That's okay. I disagree with the Oreo. I think it's pretty good. It's controversial, but I'm always disappointed by a wagon wheel. Wagon wheel. Yeah, it's a song by Darius Rucker, but it's also a song by Bob Dylan. What about a biscuit? Here we go. Wagon wheels. Oh. Where? Maybe I can look up some images? Ooh. Oh. Wait a minute. What is this? Chocolate with some biscuit and then some cream filling. This looks pretty good. Wait a minute. This looks pretty good to me. This would almost be too much for tea. This is like something you just pick up and eat. Wagon wheel. Huh. This looks good. These pictures? I'm sorry, these look good. I'm disappointed by wagon wheel. That is controversial. What? They aren't what they used to be. Remember when they used to have more jam in them? Was that jam? Maybe there's different types of wagon wheels with different filling, but anyway, we could go on and on and on about the biscuits, but I thought this would be a fun little discussion, and it was for me. What's the worst biscuit of all time? I mean, funny enough, the number one answer was Oreos. That's just crazy to me. But, to each their own. I thought this was pretty fun to learn about. I learned about a bunch of British biscuits I've never even heard of before, so I enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on the worst biscuit of all time. That'd be very interesting to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Britain and British culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.